Hello and welcome to Edinboro Essentials, where we bring you the biggest headlines from around campus. I'm Sabrina Bootz.
And I'm Zemanek. And now we're going to head over to our tonight's top story. Leadership changes are coming to Penn West University. Dr. Dale Pearson announced February 14th that she will be stepping down as the founding president of Penn West University on March 1st. She will transition from president of Penn West to a new role at the state system as president in residence as CEO for Penn West Investment. Dr. Lauren Benestry has been recommended to replace Dr. Dale as part of the presidential transition.
Penn West University is hosting a series of Black History Month Zoom lectures throughout the month of February. The theme this year is Black Resistance, as was selected by the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. This week's topic was Red Table Talk, African American Faculty and Academic Freedom. The talk discussed themes of being an African American in the world of education. There will be 2 more Zoom lectures held this month on February 22nd and 28th to round off the celebratory month.
There are plenty of clubs to choose from on campus, and if you want to get closer with God, Chi Alpha has you covered. This semester's theme is Leave Your Typical Behind. The group consists of dozens of students who share their worship with the Lord in scripture and singing. Leaders also have a weekly sermon talking about leaving your typical relationships behind. It includes several life groups that further connect students with one another and the Lord. No matter your religion status, Chi Alpha welcomes you to their services every Thursday night from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Pogue MPRB, or visit the Chi Alpha House located at 304 Darrow Road. And now we're going to send it over to Richie Armagost with this week's sports.
Thanks, Jay. The men's and women's basketball teams went up against IUP on Wednesday. Despite a game-high 19 points from Neon Miller, the men's team lost against the top-ranked Crimson Hawks 78-56. Morgan Gentile scored a layup, tying the game, but IUP closed the game with a 22-3 run, causing the Lady Scots to lose 71-52. The men's and women's swimming teams competed in the PSAC championships last week. Stephanie Sipple and Paige Smith both earned places in the Edinboro's top 5 all-time record list. Sipple recorded the quickest time in program history in the 100 fly with a time of 56.15 seconds, with the previous record being set in 2014 by Maria Tarbell. She also joined the top 5 all-time list in the 200 free with a time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Smith took 7th place in the 200 IM with a time of 2 minutes and 8 seconds. She took 6th place in the 400 IM prelims with a time of 4 minutes and 36 seconds. The Lady Scots took 6th overall, and the men's took 7th place. Millersville took 1st place on both teams. The Fighting Scots will be back in action for the NCAA Championships on March 8th. The women's track and field team competed in the Penn State Tune-Up on Friday. Lauren Jacobs took 5th place in the 800-meter run in a time of 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Bernarde Zucchina placed 5th in the 400-meter run in a time of 1 minute and 0.23 seconds. Kenzie Linden took 5th place in the shot put, throwing 11.27 meters. The Scots will be back in action at the PSAC Championships next Saturday. The wheelchair basketball team took on Wisconsin Whitewater, the University of Missouri, and Southwest Minnesota State this weekend at Macomb Fieldhouse. The Scots forfeited against Wisconsin Whitewater Then they won 60-27 against Missouri. Then the Scots lost both games against Southwest Minnesota State. They lost 75-38, and then they lost 64-38. The Scots will return to action on March 3rd when they travel to Southwest Minnesota State. The men's and women's basketball teams took on Pitt Johnstown this Saturday. The men's team had a tough game against UPJ, with the Scots losing 90-66. With this loss, the Scots dropped to 5-20 overall. Despite the Lady Scots trailing 54-46 early in the fourth quarter, they lost 80-53. The Fighting Scots will be back in action on Wednesday when they host Gannon at Macomb Fieldhouse. That's all for this week. For more details and updates for sports, go to GoFightingScots.com.
Okay, Jay, I have a question for you.
Yes, give me the question.
Do you think your dorm has what it takes to win up against all other dorms on campus?
I mean, it's not in the best shape, but I do have a flag from Ravine Flyer 2, which is my prized possession. I won that off of the raffle. How about your dorm?
I mean, I think my dorm's pretty beautifully decorated, but I wasn't alone in thinking that. And students across the Penn West Edinboro campus thought so as well, as they were invited to snap a few pictures of their dorm for a dorm decorating contest. The contest was held by the University Planning Board last Monday to Friday, and the winner received a $100 gift card. This year's winner was announced this past Monday. Well, that's all we have for this week. Family Weekend is this upcoming weekend, so make sure you spend some time with those you love, and we will see you next week.